Poor thing, she looks terrified. Well, we'll let you know what happens later. You know what you said?
Hello.
Hello?
It was good. He said that I did okay for my first day.
No, but you said your knee hurts.
Yeah, is this how you feel all the time?
Perhaps. We'll talk about this when we get upstairs. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, germs and people of all of Alpha Centauri.
Horses and fish, aliens,
Chickens.
whales,
We gotta say welcome back, chickens, because chickens are awesome.
cows,
Yeah, that moo. Yeah, cows too.
dogs.
And all that. Welcome back to the Whitebeard and TK Podcast. I am one of your hosts. We've already discussed this yesterday, that I am the glorious one. I am the best one of this working team.
That's not true.
I am one of your hosts. I am T. Anthony, and standing right next to me, actually she's not standing right next to me, she's sitting right next to me today, is the one and the only, what is your name this week?
TK.
Oh, so today she's going to be TK.
I was yesterday too.
Great and wonderful listeners. Thank you, outside people. Well, we are doing something a bit different today, and I'm looking down at the laptop instead of at the camera, because guess what? This particular episode is being recorded and will be on YouTube today as part of our YouTube Tuesday. So, this is what we're going to do. Hello, YouTube. Meet our listening audience of the Whitebeard and TK Podcast. And those of you listening, say hello when you skip on over to YouTube to catch this, and say hello to the Whitebeard and TK Experience. A little bit later we'll tell you the reason why we call it the Whitebeard and TK Experience. And I just saw it pop up on my phone screen, so it was just awesome to distract me. And why we call the YouTube experience, God, Lord have Jesus, help me, Father. Why it is called the Whitebeard and TK Experience. This is going to be a shorter one today, simply because we were just trying to catch up, and next week we'll tell you what we've all been doing, and we'll tell you about that. But we just kind of wanted to catch up because guess who's been doing something? I'm still looking down at the laptop. Guess who's been doing something totally different?
Talk to the people.
Talk to the people. Hello, people. So, and also, if you've been listening to us, now you can go on YouTube and you can see this ugly mug to see what I look like. Today I'm wearing a hat because, I'll tell you that in a second. But, you will not have seen this, those of you listening, but the beginning of this, we were downstairs because guess who's been doing what? She's been terrorizing the streets.
The streets have been terrorizing me.
Yeah, doing what?
People not walking in the crosswalk when they're supposed to, and other people passing me.
Okay. How does that help? That doesn't tell other people what you've been doing.
I've been driving.
She's been driving. Yes, she has been taking her lessons.
Some people get driving lessons, and I'm assuming that it's like a little bit different. But mine started out, and that's what I'm doing now. It's just, he was like, just get in the car and start driving.
Yes.
And so, yeah. I did a couple parallel parks, a couple U-turns. I like how people say, you know, like, parallel parking is so bad. You know, I think that it gets a bad name, right? But it's not that hard.
Yeah. It surely isn't. But go on. Don't let me interrupt you. You're looking at me.
I was also driving in the rain yesterday.
Good for you, driving in the rain.
And the windshield wipers on the car were really, really bad. And so I could barely see anything. But I still didn't hit anyone or crash. Or run any red lights.
Very cool. Not yet. Yes, so she has been taking her driving lessons. She was supposed to do it at the beginning of this year and be done with it and have a driver's license so that we can do something we were supposed to be doing. We've been talking about since last year. I just said talking about. I just realized I was editing a video for the adventure show on Friday, and I realized my New York accent popped out because there's a video clip of the podcast, one of the behind the scenes things that were supposed to happen. I'll get to that in a second. And I realized the way I say New York, well, now I just changed it. But it's like my New York accent comes out, and I haven't really noticed that. I don't really, because I'm not around people, but, you know, we don't.
Everyone else knows.
Whatever. Anyway, so that's what's been new and going on. I was going to film some of that or get some of it. Maybe I'll add it to next Tuesday, because tomorrow's her last. She took 5 lessons, and something tells me we're gonna have to pay for some more. I was kind of thinking about that we were probably gonna have to do that, but I didn't want to do them all up front. And so that's something that's supposed to happen. So the reason why I said it was supposed to happen earlier this year is because she was supposed to have a license by now during the summer. You keep looking at me, and they're looking at you, giving me the side eye instead of looking at the camera.
I'm not giving you the side
eye. I can see you, because we're using the phone, and the phone's looking at me, so I can see you looking at me.
I'm just looking at you.
She was supposed to have her license because we had a particular plan of something that we wanted to do. So we're a little behind in that plan. But the point of getting the license was to drive out west. So that was part of the plan that we were thinking we wanted to do. So, YouTube folks, when we started the channel, it was always going to be called, and I keep forgetting, you guys are listening. Okay. Everybody, this is the reason why the YouTube channel is called the Whitebeard and TK Experience. I was going to change it. I told her let's change the name to something else. But as you can see across everything, it's Whitebeard and TK. If you've been following us since Instagram, it has been Whitebeard and the Kid for many years, and then changed to Whitebeard and TK because she said...
Oh, because I got older.
Yeah. So in case you're wondering what that TK is all about, that is what it is. It is the Kid. And so we were on Instagram for a while, and then I decided, well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go camping and let's record some of the stuff. And you can keep it for years when I'm long gone or something else, and the grandkids and everybody else can see this. And then, hey, how about the road trip? So we started putting together these little videos of stuff and some of the hikes that we've done. We didn't record a lot of our hikes because they were short clips on Instagram. And so when we started this, it had always been planned that we would have Tuesdays and eventually move into live broadcasts at some point. But we would have like YouTube Tuesday. We haven't figured out the name of what it's going to be. And part of that would be some behind the scene clips of the podcast. Because my son, who is responsible for our theme music that you hear across the podcast and on YouTube, has been telling us since we started 2 years ago, you guys should do video, you guys, so people could see you, because they don't get the nuances of the stuff that we do, the joking or the banter that goes in between. Because you can only hear it, you don't see us. And I was like, I don't know, that's too much work. Trust me, it's too much work.
Now we're here.
I've been growing my hair under this hat for over a month, maybe shortly after we came back from our trip, in a few moments. And so, and this is, I haven't really trimmed this and everything else because I've been taking a break in a moment. So, part of doing the behind the scenes video was that so people can actually see us who wanted to see us, but I didn't want to do a full length episode. So, there you go. Tuesdays was going to be part of the behind the scenes of us recording the podcast. as well as I was doing a few things. If she comes up with any ideas for like movie shorts or mysteries, and I did put a few things together that I did. Maybe I'll clip them onto this video of some like YouTube short, like little mystery stories or stuff like that, like 1 minute or something. I think maybe one is 4 minutes. And so that's what Tuesday was going to be. Just a hodgepodge of things, maybe some live at some point, video clips of behind the scenes, and every once in a while, we will give you a full podcast episode. So look for that in the future. It's not something I think I want to do every day, because this is labor intense to sit down. And firstly, we're never sitting down.
Be conscious of what you look like.
All right, I got to be conscious of what I'm looking like. I got to put something on. And you see that back there, right? That's usually where we are, and we're usually standing and talking. Well, I could move. This is not weird and uncomfortable at all. Sitting down in a seat. No, when we're camping and we're talking, that's cool. But usually the podcast, I like to stand so I can shift and I can move. So Tuesdays was going to kind of be like our podcast. For those who are unfamiliar with it, it has changed names too, from the Whitebeard and TK Adventures to, which was really about us hiking and our adventures. And then it morphed into something else. And then we just changed it to the Whitebeard and TK Podcast. It's really more of a, what?
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean?
What do you mean what?
What I mean? What I mean?
What?
We're not a one-trick pony. We're a variety.
Yes.
A variety thing.
We are a variety show.
A variety show. No, we don't tap dance. It's not that kind of variety show.
You don't know if we tap dance. I'm not gonna say that I don't.
You might tap dance. I'm not tap dancing. Go ahead. You get a little. I can tap dance in the chair.
I was in a ballet club for a couple weeks.
Ballet club?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember anything. And I'm 90% sure that I made none of the leaps correctly.
Yes. So, variety show. We started out our first year doing a lot of everything, and then there was politics, and 2020 happened, and it just got worse by that summer, and I found myself going hoarse doing a lot of politics. One of my past jobs was in politics for a while, and so that comes easy to me to talk to, but it's very, very draining. And so it went down to like once a month, but we do other stuff, book reviews, movie and TV reviews on the podcast, and a lot of different things. So that's why I said it's a variety show. It's not just we're going to talk about politics, we're going to talk about current events only, as many people do, and so we cover a lot of different things when we are talking at you. So Tuesdays on YouTube, when I thought about it, was that's what the Tuesdays is going to be like.
Who knows? Maybe I would do like video book reviews.
That's good thinking.
I can have a solo show. Look at me.
So you're going to break up the team?
Oh my goodness. It'll be on the same channel.
Oh.
We can have like different days.
You mean you're going to bring the book nook back, but do it as a video?
Yeah.
I guess we could do that.
That way, instead of just like saying the book title, if I don't remember, I can just put like a picture of it on the screen.
We do have a number of books that we have yet to finish. You guys,
I found a free one because we have Amazon Prime, and it was really good. I didn't expect it to be that good, and so now I'm gonna go and read another one by that author, and hopefully it's as good as the one that I read.
This is really weird just sitting here. I like to move, and I talk a lot this way. So, yeah, we have a lot of books. We started out with What He Must Be If He Wants to Marry My Daughter. We have not yet finished that. We did actually finish it while we were away. And I'll tell you about where we were in a moment. So we did finish that. We started another audio book we have yet to finish. I finished another audio book. And so there are a few books that we need to get.
An audio book that I have already read.
Right. So we still have a couple of books to get back to. And I started this midweek thing that was something else. It started out being positive affirmations. At one point, I'm like, that is not me. That is, no, I can't come up with something clever like that all the time. And so that changed to, and this will be a nice segue into the other stuff. That changed into the road to 60. I know that there are a few people who tune in just for the road to 60 who are around my age and who may be younger, and it's like, wow, and they really do like that. The road to 60 is coming back. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I have one or two ideas of subjects or something I want to talk about, and having been traveling for a little bit, I think I'm going to get back into that when we come back. I don't know if I'm going to be ready for that next Wednesday or the following Wednesday, but the road to 60 is coming back. The book review and movie and TV reviews are coming back, and as you have heard yesterday, what's back on Mondays?
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead. And she's been saying for the past year, we should do a reaction video. I'm like, man, that's too much to set this whole thing up for you to see, and then I'm going to watch the thing and react to it. Why are you shaking your head?
I'm not.
You're giving me the look. You know I can see you.
Listen.
You gave me the look.
I think we could do it.
We'll see. Maybe when starts, that show that you like, I can't stand that show.
I don't like it, but I just want to see what happens.
The World Beyond, like, oh, good gracious, those, whatever. So The Walking Dead is back. So our Monday show on The Walking Dead has returned. It returned yesterday, so you can go listen to that.
We just watched a Russian sci-fi movie in English, which kind of sucked because I don't watch dubbed movies and TV shows. I usually just listen to them in the original language and then read the subtitles. And that is the way that things are meant to be watched. Okay?
Not if I'm not in the mood to read papers, but to read words across the bottom of the screen. So, in case you're wondering what happened to the podcast, why it's been dark for the past month, this is the reason why. Number one, we just did a tour of New England. Well, not a tour. The point was to go to Maine. We have this map that I brought for her maybe 2 years ago, and I said, you know what? Let's go drive across country. We got a car. Let's try it out. We never did. Wanted to get to Niagara Falls. We never did. So finally just said, let's just do it. We've pretty much covered the East Coast, the northern East Coast, but we didn't go all the way up to the edge. So in July, that's what we did. And so I just got finished editing all of the road trip that we took to Tennessee. So that ended up being 4 parts. I split it into 4 parts. So you can catch that on YouTube this week, Friday, Adventure Show. It will be the 4th and final part of that. We're working on the New England trip, and that is going to show up sometime in the fall.
I don't know what I'm going to do with that first episode. It might just be more than one episode, because if I'm correct, which I think that I am, but the first day, well, not the first day, but the first stage is like 2 hours.
I don't know why I wasn't recording. I don't know what you were doing. But I guess we'll figure out, since you just let the cat out the bag, that you're going to be editing that trip. So we're hoping that will roll out sometime in the late fall, probably the early fall. So what we're doing is we're scrambling to get that stuff taken care of, because we were supposed to do the Tennessee trip a long time ago. But we've been hiking and doing things in between that. So that is going to come up in the fall, around the same time that we're going to be taking the trip that we were supposed to take, and it wasn't supposed to be in New England. So we didn't go hiking like we wanted to in Arcadia National Park, but we did go to Vermont, New England, and Maine, and we went camping. And we went camping in a semi-boonies. Where did we stay while we were camping the entire time?
In the National Forest.
And the National Forest is something totally different from us. We go to, what do you call that? State parks. We've done that. As I'm trying to move more into, not overlanding, dispersed camping. So we brought a privacy tent and a taller ball, and that was interesting.
It wasn't really interesting.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that next week. That's not what we're doing today. We'll come back and we'll talk about that next week. The problem is, you the viewer, unless we show a video clip, you're going to have to actually listen in to the podcast. So, now, that's what's coming up. That's what we were doing. And so while we were doing that, there wasn't really time to sit down and work on stuff, and was busy focusing on the whole trip. Secondly, more importantly, is when August comes for me, I've been doing this like 5 years now. I just take off the whole month, and the first time I did it was like 2 months off of social media, and I think it was that year my wife died. I just took away from social media and the news. I lived and worked in politics for over 4 years, and so I just shut everything out. I usually remove the app so I'm not getting what I was getting this past month with flashes of the news, or I'm not trying to hear the news. I'm trying to keep my mind clean. I'm not trying to go nuts. So I usually shut everything down for August.
Can I tell you something right now?
What?
The new Spiderman trailer came out yesterday.
I saw it just before we came here.
I didn't see it yet. I was like waiting because, not for you, but like if I watch it, then it's gonna be gone. I can't watch it for the first time again.
Okay. Well, that's not news. But yeah, I saw it on YouTube. I was like, oh, because I was checking some stuff. So I saw that. So I've been staying away from news and everything else for the past month. I've been staying away from the Razor too, because I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with this right now. So I've been just taking a break and picked up the books and started reading again. So that was great to have this entire month away from all that. I haven't been posting anywhere except for Instagram or something. I give her some pictures, and she's been doing that for the Whitebeard and TK experience. So that's why I haven't done anything for over a month, but now we are back. The podcast is back up and running. We've got some other things that we're thinking about doing and talking about. I was going to do like a mental health week. We have a family member who just started her own counseling thing, so maybe we'll have her on. So now we're preparing to go to, I almost said it. I'm not going to tell you. We'll tell you another time. Maybe next week when we are talking, I'll say it like that. Maybe next week we'll tell you. Won't let the cat out the bag yet. Maybe next week.
The kid? There's a kid in the bag.
I said the cat. Wow, really? What? Sweet Lord. So maybe we'll catch up with you on that next week, and then because I ordered something and I haven't showed it to her yet, so we're going to see. But we are planning to go out west, and so we're trying to make sure we got enough stuff taken care of, so while we're on the road, we can get these things, just press the button and just have them posted so you guys can see them on the adventure show on Fridays and other stuff. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to run into this guy who we met during when we first started the podcast, who started his podcast and now has a radio show, and a fellow overlander in an OB member, Overland Bound member. Maybe we could be on his show. Maybe he could be on the podcast. I don't know. We got to pass through Oklahoma. Be like, hey, Mike, Let's have this conversation. So who knows? I'm hoping we could maybe do that as we're heading out westward and take care of some stuff. So the reason for, I just realized I didn't say it. The Whitebeard and TK experience is because we wanted you to experience adventure through our eyes.
And also because it sounds cooler.
So she said. It sounds cool. So you can experience adventure through our eyes with Friday's adventure shows, but also, since we're going to be doing clips from the podcast as well, like today, we're going to be doing clips of the podcast and stuff like that, and like little video shorts. It's not just going to be a, should I dare say, I may offend some people, a one-trick pony YouTube channel. We watch a lot of overlanders, we watch a lot of camping things, and a lot of them just do that same thing throughout. And when I thought about this, almost was going to mimic them.
For example, it's not about YouTube, but I recently saw an alleged seating chart for the Met Gala, and it's just Alba next to a bunch of
other celebrities,
TikTokers.
TikTok celebrities.
We've done this before with Musical.ly. You know, once you've done something on one platform and you started out here, sometimes it's okay to not move into other places. You know? Just so anyway.
You tell us get off YouTube? I don't understand what you're going.
No. Like people who can only do one thing.
Oh, okay.
It's okay to just do that one thing. But we are not the type of people to just do one thing.
I can't keep my brain doing one thing.
It's boring. Because
I'm hungry right now.
Personally.
And I'm ready to eat. I've been doing intermittent fasting.
Intermittent
fasting.
No,
I'm gonna say what I want to say. You can't tell me what to say. I have said it. Anyway, do y'all remember back? So anyway, whoa. Let me go back. So experience is that it was going to be more than just this one thing. Since we have the video clips here, we have the thing over there. I know it's not a name that people are going to go, oh, they go hiking? Let's check out the hiking channel. That is part of it in camping and other type of adventure. So the name experience is like you're going to get this experience and you'll remember, some of you old enough, this is before my time, but I fell in love with the music. Jimi Hendrix, the Jimi Hendrix experience. Whoa, you gotta feel it, you gotta be an experience. Anyway, so I decided to stick with the name because she said, it sounds cooler. So we kept experience because it's more than just one thing. We had the adventure show on Fridays, and then we have the little stuff that we're going to be dropping, little bits and things like that on Tuesday. And who knows, like she just said, maybe do the book reviews visually as well as audibly.
Audibly.
Yeah, like the rest of you listen to me right now. You know I said 20 minutes and we've been over the 20 minutes for this?
We're now at 28:15.
28:15. And we're not at the regular mic, so we're not mic'd up here. We're using both the phone and the laptop. I have no idea how this sounds. Is it going to sound better, worse, or the same? Now I lost track of what I was talking about. Because I had to go back and talk about the experience. What was I talking about before I said that?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I can't stop this and rewind it and go back.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I was talking about?
This is like watching Dora the Explorer. Do you know where the mountain is?
What was I talking about? See, I knew I shouldn't have went back to go back and explain the experience.
We were talking about us not doing one thing.
It's gone. I don't remember. If you remember, put in the comments and maybe I'll comment on what it was I was saying before that. So yeah, this is not weird at all, trying to record a podcast and sitting here looking at you. See, this is the point where we turn off the mic and we just say goodbye, which I think we're going to end up doing. You know what I thought would be cool? If for them, they could hear the theme on the video. I was going to do the Friday theme, but I was thinking, no, we could do the pod.
Yeah.
See, this is the reason why I didn't want to do this. I can talk to a mic. I can sit here with my pajamas on and record this podcast, but now I have to sit here, stare at the camera, keep remembering that you're standing there looking at me and listening to us babble right now, which is, this is about what's going, this is it. So I guess we ought to wrap this up today.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, tune in next week, then we'll talk to you about the whole New England trip, and that. And now you can go and check out this whole episode on YouTube and see what's going on. You folks right here looking at us, hey, go check out the podcast. It is different from the adventure show. It is what comes to my brain, and when we started the whole thing, it was to not mimic, but be more like the conversations that we've been having over the years that we've been traveling and hiking. You know, we get in the car, we're taking long drives, we have these conversations, we're talking about so much. And so that's how the podcast is supposed to be. So the YouTube channel probably won't be about all the stuff that we talk about. We may get flagged and shut down. But anyway, so that is it for today. That's what we've been doing. That's why everything's been dark for the past month. And we've been going other places, and we're planning to go somewhere else. And so that's what's happening. And so the YouTube channel was to put the visual part of our hiking and other stuff. She finished the 52 hike challenge this year, turned 18 this year. I'm done. It's time to go. Go look at the other videos and you'll find out. Can we go now?
Yeah.
I'm kind of, oh, I got it. You don't have to comment. Well, you could if you already did that, but now I remember. And now you look at the screen going, you big dummy. Yes, I remember, people. I'm going to leave after this. But intermittent
fasting.
I've been timidly fasting. Ipit fasting. Flipple flashing. It's been, what is it? What do you do? The fasting part first and the eating part? 14-10. I can push it to 18, 14-10, 16-8, 18-6.
I guess.
You heard my stomach growl, right?
No.
I can push it to that, but that's not me. I'm not that type of person. I don't need to do that. So it's been pretty much for me 14-10 and 16. See, I need food. 14-10, right? 14-10, 16-18, 16-8, whatever. But here's the point. Maybe, you know what? I'll do that for the road to 16. I'll tell you. I will tell you this. My glucose, I'm a diabetic, my glucose numbers have dropped and have been pretty much okay and stable. 14-10 works good for me because if I stop eating at 6 p.m., then that's good.
We gotta go because your phone file recording said it will stop recording soon. It's too long.
It's gotten better. I don't even know what I was talking about because you interrupted me and I just lost my train of thought. We'll pick this up on the road to 60. So that's what's been going on. And so now I'm ready to eat. And that's it. So let's go.
Okay. Bye.
Say goodbye, kid.
Bye.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Say goodbye. And get out there and
have a good week.
Love one another. She keeps interrupting me. whatever.